Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, I'm Natalie, and in this channel I share my financial journey with all of you. So if you saw my last video, you know that I am kind of recording all of these all at once. It's kind of hard for me to keep track of everything and take the time to record. So I've been keeping track of everything in my Google Sheets and my notebooks with all of my final drafts of everything so that you guys can see like a true budget of what I thought at the beginning of each of these paychecks or months, and hopefully at some point before the end of the year I get up to speed on this. Today we're gonna set up my paycheck number 2 for June and also close it out because I have both numbers here. So let's get right into it. So if you're new here, I am a single income individual living in the state of North Carolina. I've recently moved here this spring and I've been loving it so far, but I am fortunate enough that I'm able to do these sort of moves because I work from home, and I work from home for a small tech company in the HR department. I'm blessed in that area that I can just pick up and go wherever I truly want, honestly, within reason. So I took advantage of it and decided to do this, because if not, I was always gonna wonder like, what if? And I hate being that person. So my salary is something I always add here, as well as miscellaneous. So this line is always here for any random money that I get, any money that is owed to me that I finally get back, or in other cases it could be like gifts or things like that. So those are the two line items that I have. And for the month of June, for my second paycheck, I estimated that my paycheck was going to be $3,455 with 98 cents. And I estimated that I wasn't going to get any money extra. For the second half of the month, first off, I have my electric bill, my cell phones, I have my internet, my car insurance, and I do have renter's insurance, but I paid for a full year when I moved here, so I don't have to worry about that until March of next year. I also have Spotify, and I have my Amazon membership. So I still don't know if I'm gonna keep my Amazon, but honestly I just depend on it so much that it's just kind of what it is. So for my electric bill, that's due on the 17th. The cell phones are due on the 18th. The internet is due on the 23rd. Car insurance is due on the 26th. Spotify is due on the 26th as well. And Amazon is due on the 27th. For my electric bill, I had received the amount of what it was going to be. So that is $71.52. Cell phones always stays the same. I pay for 5 lines at $25 per month, so that's $125. For my car insurance, that is, I was looking at my bill for the month of July, not the month of June. So June was actually cheaper for my electric. That was actually $67.30. So I'm glad I double checked that. My internet again is $49.99. It's just me, so I just have the basic package. And for my car insurance, that is $201 with 69 cents. Spotify was $19.19, and I did receive an email. Towards the end of the month of June letting me know that it was going to increase, so that's nice. And then for Amazon, of course, that is $15.11. So my total fixed expenses equal $478 with 28 cents. Then for my variable expenses, so first off I have groceries, then I have gas and tools, I have household, shopping, eating out, beauty, clothing, my sinking funds that again I don't really fund, I just keep track of what would be my sinking funds because I'm just that terrible at it. And lastly, unbudgeted. So for groceries, I am estimating to spend $150. I'm gonna be $150 is what I estimated that I was going to spend for gas, since I knew I was gonna go down to Florida towards the end of the month. I did add some extra money in it, so I estimated $120. For household, I only had estimated $60 for the month, even though I already went over that budget. So we're just gonna keep up with that initial budgeting estimate. For shopping, I had done $135 and I was sending $100 at the beginning of the month, and I did $35 at the end of the month. For eating out, again, I knew I was going to be down in Florida, but I didn't add anything for those last few days. So $50 is what I added here. Beauty was $150 and I did $70 in the second paycheck. And then for clothing, I had budgeted $75. $30 is what was left for the second half of the month. And then of course, sinking funds, I don't budget anything. And then my unbudgeted is always $0. So if we add up all of that, that should be $150 plus $120 plus $60 plus $35 plus $50 plus $70 plus $30. That would give me a total of $515 even. So total variable expenses. So that means that 3,455.98 minus 478.28 minus 515. That left me with 24.62 with 70 cents. And from what I remember, I was gonna pay off my PayPal, which again, I believe this is part of like those books that I talked about. The remaining Southwest money, and then I was gonna send $2,100 to my condo emergency fund, which obviously that's not gonna be the case, but let's just write down the items here. So that would be Southwest, PayPal, and then savings was going to be the condo. So in Southwest, I needed to pay off $880 with 80, and I only sent 400. So the remaining was 480 with 80 cents. Paul was gonna be done, so 123.85, and then my savings, let's see how much we have left after that. So 3,455.98 minus 478.28 minus 515 minus 480.80 minus 123.85. That left me with 1858. So as a plan, I had decided to do 1,800 towards my condo. That means that I was gonna spend a total of 355.98, 3,397.93, and my just breakdown overall. So my rollover would be the following. So 3,455.98. So I would have $58.05 as a rollover. Now, this is what actually ended up happening. So for my fixed expenses, I don't believe there was any change. So I'm just gonna write these really quickly. So $67.30, $125, $49.99 for my internet, $201.69 for car insurance, $19.19 for Spotify, $15.11 for Amazon, and that stayed the same. So total is $478 with 28 cents. And now for the fun part. So for groceries, I ended up spending $106 with 34 cents, which is great. So I was under budget there. Oh, and I forgot to do these, but it's okay. For gas and tolls, I actually did good too. So I ended up spending $86.60 $69, which is great because I only have to fill up twice when I'm going down to Florida, and I typically don't let it go past like 1/4 of a tank when I'm like on the road, of course, since I'm by myself. So I had a full tank almost when I was going to drive down, so I didn't really have to fill up, so that was helpful for my budget. And then I filled up once, and then I had to like get a little bit more, and that lasted me through some of the time that I was there as well, so that worked out. For household, I actually spent $49.71, and I just got some glass tumblers from Target. I got like two from like the Hearth and Hand collection because I saw them and I loved them. They have like the wooden lid, and then they're like a clear greenish sort of glass, and they were beautiful. So I got that, and then I don't think I got anything else really. I think that was pretty much it. Oh, and then I've been doing a lot of like recipes with lemons and limes, and I did not have a lemon squeezer, and I went all around me trying to find a lemon squeezer that wasn't like bright yellow or green, because that's just not, I just wanted a metal one. I wanted something that was going to last me longer. I didn't want plastic, and every single store I went to just didn't have anything. So I bought one from Amazon. So that was part of that. And then I think that was it. Maybe I got like a hair mask or something. I should have probably put that in the beauty section, but it was the same order, so I wasn't gonna bother with that. So yeah, $49.71 for household. And then for shopping, I spent way over budget, but we already knew that. So $226.68 is what I ended up spending in the second half of the month. So I basically, in shopping alone this month of June, I spent at least close to $500, if not a little bit over. So what did I spend on that? First I had a coworker that was graduating, so we all like kind of added some money into the pot to get her a little something. So that was $20 right there. And then I got, again, it was Father's Day, so I got my stepdad some items for Father's Day. I got him some clothing items, and then I also did purchase a second set of books from the author that I love. So again, I don't know that you guys care about it, but I also got these. So this is the third and the fourth book of the series, and she already finished the series, but I'm missing the last two, so I'm really excited. And I'm assuming in the next month or so these will be announced as well, because I didn't buy them when they came out. These are just like leftovers from pre-order, so I saw that once those get fulfilled, she typically puts bundles of like two in the site. That was another $100 and something I spent on books. So that was that. That was pretty much it, I think. And then for eating out, what did I end up spending? So I actually, because I was there for just a few days, I didn't go out too much. I spent $61.35. So, oh gosh, I went to McDonald's like 3 times in 2.5 weeks, which I haven't done in a long time. So yeah, basically that's what it was. Chick-fil-A and McDonald's. For beauty, I budgeted $70, and I actually ended up spending $224.05, which I am kind of purging all of my old skincare, makeup, everything, body care items that I've had, hair care items that I know are like expired. So you're gonna see a trend over the next month or two. So in July it's gonna be the same thing. I am literally kind of throwing away old product and buying items. Sometimes they're the same items, sometimes they're brand new items that I've never tried before. And I can 110% say like that, combined with me like buying new skincare products last month in May, has literally changed my skin. Like I'm spending a lot of money in my beauty category. Just fair warning, that's gonna be a trend for July as well. So yeah, $224. I got some hair masks, some dry shampoo, some castor oil. I was looking at that Vanilla Swirl girl on TikTok, and 100% that skincare routine is top notch. I think that also is a huge part as to why my skin is the way that it is right now. So highly recommend it. It's not super expensive and those items work. Then for clothing, so for clothing, I actually got $67.50 instead of the $30. So I got some jewelry. I'm also, again, revamping sort of like my items. I'm buying new things and throwing away things that I've had for years that I don't actually touch. So some jewelry, some earrings, some rings, some bracelets, and I actually bought my mom, I think, some stuff as well. So it was a combination of everything, because if I go home and I have a present for my stepdad and not for my mother, I'm gonna hear it. So I just got her some stuff. And then for sinking funds, I wasn't expecting to spend much, but I did have, first I had a grooming appointment for my dog, so that right there was $83.32, and my AC in my condo at home, so like the one that I own where I have tenants, because the temperatures have been so crazy in Florida, like the AC needed to be checked, and my stepdad thankfully is an AC technician, so he went in there and like fixed it, no problem. But I always like to pay him for his time and the drive that he has to do, so I sent him $50 for fixing that. So that was, I think that was it. Oh, and then I did and then I also like bought some supplements that I was running very low on, and also added some because wellness is something that I'm investing as well. So like, guys, I'm just spending money everywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. So total in sinking fund items, so like more medical sort of like wellness items, my dog's grooming appointment, and the unexpected condo expense, that was $183.84. And then for unbudgeted, I actually had a second item for unbudgeted. So I paid off my car in May. With that, obviously, I paid off part of like an extra warranty that I had in the loan. So that warranty was for like basically AAA on steroids. So I never ended up using it. I don't even know why I bought it, really. But because I don't have that anymore, and because I'm driving down to Florida all on my own, I don't know how to change a tire. Should I know how to change a tire? Yes, but I don't. So I got a membership for AAA, and I got it around like 4th of July weekend, so the membership was like half off. So I paid $28, so that's great. I'm not gonna complain about that. Hopefully that'll save me if I have any emergency on the road when I'm driving in places that are far away from like anyone I know. So that's pretty much it. So for my variable expenses, have the following. So 106.50, no, 34, not 54, plus 86.69, plus 49.71, plus 226.68, plus 61.35, plus 224.05, plus 67.50, plus 183.84, plus $28. So, oh, and one more thing. So you guys know that I'm going to Puerto Rico with my family in August, and somehow, I mean, I don't even know why I'm surprised, but I got stuck with the deposit to the Airbnb as well. That's just how it works in my family. So 28 plus 558 is 586, so I have to fix this. So that was unbudgeted, of course, because I wasn't expecting to have to do that. I should get all of, I will get all of the money at the end of August, but kind of messed up my numbers. So so the total in my variable expenses is actually $15.92 with 16 cents. So I don't know what that means in terms of, oh, and I actually like didn't even go over my salary. Jesus, it's been a while since I recorded, guys. So my salary, I didn't receive any miscellaneous items, so that's good, but I ended up getting just $1 difference almost. for my salary for paycheck number 2. So it's 3,454 with actually over $1, almost $2 with 6 cents. So that's what we're budgeting with. So I wasn't too far off. So 3,454.06 minus 478.28 minus 1592.16 leaves me with 1383 with 62 cents. So first, obviously, we're paying off the Southwest for 80.80, and then PayPal was 123.85. So this part obviously is not gonna go. Left me with 778 with 97 cents, and I'm not really going to touch the condo emergency fund. What I'm gonna do is that my rollover will be sent over to my July paycheck number 1 budget. So 778 with 97 cents is the rollover. So that means that we spent 2,675.09. Technically, I had a lot of money left over that I could have sent over to my emergency fund, but because I was again down in Florida the first week of July, and it's already like almost mid-July at this point, so I know that I didn't move any of my money around while I was there, just because I was like enjoying life, really. But this will kind of like give you a hint, like I definitely used up that money in other areas. So you're gonna see that in my paycheck number 1. I just want to be as exact with the numbers that I write down in these budgets as possible, and I didn't actually do anything with that money, so I'm not going to tell you that I did. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now that I am consumer debt free, except for my student loans, I am much more lenient with things than I was like even just a few months ago. So I think not having that payment for my car loan and not having this goal of like moving out of state and all of that already still like going on has really made me feel a little bit more at ease with not being as strict. Not that I was super strict from the beginning, but I'm even more or less so. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this made sense, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to share anything. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.